Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini motorways. Let's go to Copenhagen for today's daily challenge. Weekly choices are now a mystery, and we get double motorways, assuming we ever, get motorways, which we may or may not, because as previously stated, weekly choices are a mystery. They're full of intrigue that no one sees? I don't know, man. I just need to hit the glorious drop. Glorious. There we go. Trombone Dalek was here first. Good morning, Trombone Dalek. All right, so we got yellows going this way, and additionally, yellows going that way. Let's, here, you run this way. You take the shorter route. Go off into that direction. I could maybe just have two houses go here and also branch the road and go off that way, but man, that sounds so much like work. That sounds like effort, and no, I don't think we'll be doing that today, friends. Today feels like a I don't wanna day, which is a problem because I gotta. Doesn't it suck when your I don't wanna days overlap with your gotta days? I realize that most days are in some way a gotta day, but it could be worse. They could be Luzu days. This is a Final Fantasy reference. Do I need a special I just made a Final Fantasy reference drop? Man, if I had a Stream Deck XL, I keep saying this and I keep not buying myself a Stream Deck XL because I can't justify the many hundreds of dollars that the decent folk at Elgato insist on charging for a Stream Deck XL. But that having been said, if I had a Stream Deck XL, I might in fact come up with an I just made an out of context Final Fantasy reference drop. It occurs to me that we got to get these dark reds over here this way, but until the map, okay, there it goes. The map had not previously expanded enough to let me get underneath the Stadsgraven here. We were too busy crossing the Interhaven and the Ederhaven, but we couldn't get under the Stadsgraven. Are there any days that don't feel like that? I mean, to a certain degree, there are like weekends and lazy days, and there are people who do 4-day work weeks, and there are people who set their own work schedule. Those people are, I don't know, bastards probably in some way. We all are. Oh, Lord. All right, let's do this. Traffic lights wouldn't be the worst thing here, but I will take double motorway or just 30 more road tiles. Yeah, it is true. It is true that weekends feel like I don't want it days. There are people who have like motivation and energy in the morning. Those people are called bastards. That I know. All right, let's just kind of awkward this road over to here so as to get these three dark blues involved in a way that doesn't actually that's just truly horrendous and now a bad idea. Okay, all right, well, friends, I don't know what to. Okay, you swing over to here. We'll just kind of shove. I have never seen a situation more glaringly obviously screaming for a roundabout in my entire life. I don't know if we're ever going to get one here, but this is screaming for it. What's going on here? We just run these over here and these over here and these over here and then a roundabout and then voom. I think you take a roundabout and voom and your shoes are looking cool or something. Wait, I do have an out of context SpongeBob SquarePants reference drop. Ha-ha! See? Don't you feel better having heard a sound from the media I referenced? I crack me up, as usual. All right, we got a couple motorways, which is nice. We also got this business here, which is not, but, we'll run this one yellow house up to here. Thankfully, we can keep this separate from the circle. Trombone Dalek asks, are people who get up bright and early first thing in the morning with a song in their heart and a plan for their day, are they also not dealing with underlying depression with everything? I mean, that probably. Yeah. God, they're such bastards, aren't they? Those people in their well-adjustedness. Damn those well-adjusted monsters or something. I don't know, man. We got this light blue thing over here. It has gone circular. So we'll take these 3 blues up from the north, cross the train tracks, get down here into this circle. And it occurs to me now that we therefore don't need this road. And we can just kind of boof. 25% of 100 months. That's a quarter of... What the hell was I on February 21st, 2024? Oh, probably don't want to answer that, actually. You know what I can do? Hold on. I just spotted a way that I can get an extra house going over to this circle. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to peel this yellow and this blue away. We're going to add this yellow to here. Kill that bridge. And then redraw this road such that now 4 yellow houses come up here, serve this circle. And while we're here with extra things, we can just pop in a replacement bridge over here. We'll get this bridge back in a moment. The drawback with this trade-off here is we've opened up this spot of land right here, which is just like, I don't know, this feels like the perfect place for some terrible, terrible road decisions to go. And by road decisions, I mean houses. Is Nora still a sweet baby who can do no wrong? That is true. She is indeed that. She is the most adorable kitty cat in the entire world, even if she did puke on the rug and refuses to be scooped and cuddled. And actually, I don't know what she's fucked off and gone to do now, but she's gone and done something, I'm sure. It's what she does, after all. She is a kitty, always doing something. These 2 dark blues here serve this plaza. That's nice. Yeah, it sounds like she can do no wrong. She's a kitty cat. She is indeed a furry little baby. Off go you, off go you. We've got a couple more dark blues now, so we'll actually run you properly that way. That'll be fine. We'll grab... Hold on. Let's grab... I'm just going to have this one come down here. We'll do that. We'll run you to... parallel to that for a moment. Bulldoze that tree. Sorry about that tree. Drop our bulldozer emote in the chat. I do so love our terrifying bulldozer emote. True fact, I think I told this story once, but I'm telling it again. Our dear friend Izzy made the bulldozer emote, Izzy-saurus. And when I told her the idea, she was like, I hate this. This is cursed, but I'll do it. And then she did it, and I was like, no, make it toothier and eviler. And she said no. And then a few weeks later, I said, please? And she said, yes, but I still hate it. She thinks it's evil and cursed. Now listen, she's not wrong. I just still love it. All right, this dark blue here can join up that away. We'll get a 4th dark blue serving this double plaza. She's not wrong, but at the same time, I love it so. Look at it. Look at that dozer. Look at that little dozer. Hold on. Isn't there like a channel? Yeah, I could gigantify an email for 30 bits. I'm not giving myself bits. You pay more than a penny for a bit. Twitch. Try to make me launder bits to myself. It's bad business. It's bad bitsness. Sorry. I cracked myself up again. Also, bad bitsness is one of the titles of the episode, I suppose. There are many banging options, Trombone Dalek. That's true. Oh, I accidentally zoomed in. Mechanic of the video game that I never show off is that you can zoom in and get a nice tight view of where and how things are dying. All right. Bit laundering is also just when you sanitize another comedian's material. It's bit laundering. What on earth are we going to do with this yellow circle? For the moment, I think the answer is nothing. I think we're just going to wait for more socialist than communist, but at this point, flip a switch and try something new. Yeah, sure, let's try something new. Oh, God. So this yellow circle is... See, this is what I was talking about with this expanse of empty road here. Hold on. This plot of empty land was prime real estate for some terrible, stupid colored house to come in and spawn and think it was doing something. And hey, look, some terrible colored house. Hold on. You need to understand that there's a hyphen there. Please appreciate that there's a hyphen there. Some terrible colored house, specifically light blue, has come in here and thinks it's doing something and helping when really it's just not. This is just a bad place for a house to spawn. Good places for houses to spawn, however, include right here. We've got 2 more that have spawned right here, and with this having gone circular, I believe, it is high past time to kill and murder that bridge right there. And we cut this corner, we tighten this angle up, and now this dark blue circle is no. That is the funny interpretation, but no. You go over here. 4 of you go down that way. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Well. Man. Okay, 8 kinds of shit just happened. First, we got to get this taken care of. And in order to take care of this, I actually think what we're going to do is something monstrously stupid. Can we do something monstrously stupid? I think we can do something monstrously stupid. Let's run these down here like so. Okay. So that gets these over to here. These then, right? Because these 2 had been serving this. What if these 2 don't serve that because these 2 serve that? Also, it just occurred to me. We do that. We get 1, 2, 3 we get 3 dark reds going over here, getting down into that way. That'll be fine. Next and most, we can. So having done that, we've basically screwed over this business, right? Well, this business here can be made whole with a generous application of dude fucks. We'll come right over here. We'll get this. I'm just going to leave this just like this. In the fullness of time, this will be a perfectly cromulent traffic light. It just isn't right now, but it will be. It definitely will be, hopefully, probably. Okay. We can finally kill this connective tissue road right here, because this had been letting the reds from up here get over to here, but now they're not doing that anymore. So that can go away. Next, let's just drop a simple solution in here. We're going to have motorway number 1 jump up this way. These 2 white houses will serve this white business. That should be fun. Next, I'm going to steal... I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Helicarts! And some numbers coming in with the follow. Thank you very much, particularly if you're a real-ass actual person. Because listen, I hope you understand this, Helicarts. A person whose name is a word and then a whole bunch of numbers is up in the middle. It feels a little yiggity about stuff. But hey, we're operating on good faith today. So, yeah, I have talked about colored houses and serving white businesses, haven't I? God. Well, you know, man, if I keep working at this, I'm going to start working for the Trump administration. Let's run these blues over here. Set our, how many days has it been since Goog obliquely referenced the horrors counter back to 0. And we'll have this. This is going to be fine right here, this road overlapping with this entrance, so long as this business isn't light blue. I don't know what color I want this business to be. Maybe yellow? Like, yeah, if this was yellow, that would basically be fine. But anyway, We've got this roundabout here, which allows for these two light blues to intercept and cut through over here, get over to that business. These reds going up here eventually make their way down that way. And having been paused for approximately an hour, we can finally get something going again. So that's good. And hey, we got a train station here. I still continue to absolutely not respect train stations, so we'll just staple that to the ass end of this long red road, and it'll probably be fine. It will indeed probably be fine. We'll take another bridge, because that is what the game deigned to give me, I suppose. Oh. Well, that's ucky. Don't care for that. But we do have a house that spawned right down here, so we can just bulldoze a tree. Sorry about that tree. And get you into here. That'll be totally fine. This double train station plaza appears to be doing just fine. Is it time for a proper east to west roundup? Yeah. Let's do it. Proper roundup from the east to the west, starting with our most fucked business. 'Cause, oh boy. Oh man, I mean, there is something I can do that'll make things better for this business in the short term. I kind of don't want to do that, but hey, speaking of things I can do that'll make things better in the short term, we've got like 5 dark blue houses here, right? These 5 dark blue houses are charged with serving this one little business. I think we can get away with, say, sending 2 of these up here. And if we send 2 of these up here, that means we have 3 dark blue houses on this landmass serving this business. That means this bridge doesn't need to exist anymore. If that bridge doesn't need to exist anymore, we can toss these 3 going off into that direction, serve this business. This circle is the happiest circle in the world. See? Everything's coming up Goog House, except, again, for this business here, which is going to be better now in the short term, but having these 4 houses try to support 2 circles is bad. It's not going to end well. But hopefully, before it ends poorly, we get more yellows somewhere. Speaking of getting more houses somewhere, we've got these white houses right here. And I think we're just going to ignore this one, and we're going to run use 3s right like such, and we'll do that. This looks a little bit weird, but it does mean that this is one continuous road that eventually gets these white houses into this white business. Okay. This yellow circle just immediately went mad. Hey, you remember when I said that I wanted this business to be yellow? Well, this business turned out yellow. So good job, yellow business. Now you only have 1 house serving you at the moment, but that's probably fine. As you know, this circle got on just fine with only having 1 house for a minute. Let's take a couple traffic lights, and oh hey, how long have these yellow houses been here? These yellow houses either just came into existence within the past 10 seconds, or I'm stupid. Don't answer that. We'll put our perfectly cromulent traffic light right here, exactly where we expected it to be. So yeah, everything, well, okay, I enjoyed a full 7 seconds of happiness. 7 seconds of happiness is indeed one of the titles of the episode. It's also, nope. That's, Anyway. I had a full 7 seconds of happiness, and then this red went circular, which is bad. We don't enjoy having periodicals in our magazine aisle, so... Which is weird, because, you know, it's a magazine aisle, it's an aisle dedicated to periodicals, and yet when things go circular, it's bad. Huh. Interesting. Let's put this yellow house right over here. That'll be a second yellow serving this yellow business. That's good. These white houses here starting to become irksome. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to make my life a little bit simpler. I'm going to disconnect this dark blue from this nonsense. I'm going to peel these 3 back away from everything. And we're just going to have motorway number 2 hop right up there. Motorway number 2 gets these dark blues into this business. We don't have to deal with any of this garbage. Now, we have other garbage. We have different ancillary garbage. But, hey, you know what? Now that there are 3 yellows here, I'm going to try reseparating these businesses. They seem to like that. That seems to be a decent plan for them. And the new biggest problem in the world is this red circle, because this red circle only has 2 houses going to it. So, now what I could do, theoretically, oh, I just saw another stupid road plan. I like stupid road plans. All right. I like stupid road plans or perhaps just stupid road plans. Yeah, stupid road plans is also one of the titles of the episode. So, here's my stupid road plan. We're going to take these 2 reds right here. Oh, this is powerfully dumb, what I'm about to do. We're going to take these 2 reds. We're going to draw a bridge that lets them come down and grab these 2 reds. Then they go down south of our white businesses, come up this way, and have another PCTL to get onto this road to get into that away. This is a stupid road plan. Got another red there. If I do get another roundabout, I will absolutely run this and this together, and we'll just stick a roundabout right here. That'll be fine. Speaking of roundabouts, we now have these 3 reds go down here. I feel as though these reds right here are kind of, well, yeah, these reds right here are kind of sort of not really doing nothing. On the other hand, there is the business and the train station, so we have to be somewhat mindful of sending extra fellas down this way. I don't necessarily believe that that's actually true, but, you know, we should practice good discipline or something. I don't know, man. All right. This light blue business exists, which is troubling. It's particularly troubling because I can't just boop this road up a tile. Like, ordinarily, like, if the entrance to the business was, say, here, I could just redraw things such that this road does that, create that little opening, and then motorway directly into the little opening. But I can't do that because directly north of this is other different road. Now I could just chop these entirely off of the road network, but that would screw over this guy. I don't think we necessarily need to be screwing over this guy. So, a powerful Let's do this. We're going to run light blues like so. Grab these 2. Draw motorway number 3. And I think what I'm going to do with them is just kind of pretend it's not there. We're just going to pretend this road's not here. We're just going to toss a highway off-ramp into your town. That's gonna be fine. You're gonna be A-okay because I said so. That's the plan. That's the ticket. Get a couple more traffic lights. Not the best ad in the world, but hey, we won't say no. Get this blue up here. Provide a 4th house to serve this business via motorway number 2 for all the good that'll ever do me. And immediately realize that we have a better, more higher calling for... Okay, let's draw that road straight, Goog. Thank you. So this house will serve this business. We need extra backup for it. We've got this one right here. I was just about to say that we had a clump of business here that weren't doing anything. And now there's something for them to do, and that's special. Okay. This tealy, greeny, bluey circle deal is starting to get a little angry. Seems odd. All right, no, I don't want to rebother drawing. Actually, hold on. I am, in fact, going to completely redraw this to hook around that way. What I was going to do, once I realized that I couldn't neatly cut this corner, was run this road down and under and up and in. But as we know, we can't actually draw on the train tracks. We cannot make this road run over the train track for more than the one tile it takes to cross it. So we'll just redraw this to get this going that way, and that should basically be fine. Am I going to steal a second house for that? I feel like stealing a second house for that. Yeah, let's steal a second house for that. That'll be okay. So we steal a house off of this road. That theoretically will ultimately put a little more pressure on this roundabout. You remember when I stole that second house? Never mind. Because this just spawned. So, something just happened over here. What just happened over here? Was this always a circle? No, this was a circle. Did this go circular? I think maybe this went circular. That's what happened. This business rounded itself. That's basically fine. That's not a huge deal. I don't necessarily love only having 3 houses to serve a circle, but we do have a straight shot motorway, so I think that's basically fine. Things that are not basically fine include but are not limited to this train station. Starting to get a little overwhelming. I could theoretically... Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's do this, and then we're going to cross right here, and just going to run this road up that way. So now these 1, 2, 3, 4 houses can theoretically serve this station as well as this station. So that's nice. That's good. A couple yellows here, not really doing anything. I don't see an obvious answer for them. I can turn this into a right angle, which lets me do that. Hey, there's that roundabout I was talking about. Cool. Let's do that. So we'll kill a traffic light, and we'll kill a traffic light, and we'll plop a roundabout right about there, and restructure these roads. So you come in from here, you take the southeast spur. You coming in from here can have the southwest spur. You remain on the western spur, and you all take the northeastern spur to get out into here. And this double traffic lighty nonsense is suddenly a perfectly fine roundabout. Yay! We've made life better in one very small way for one itty-bitty little subset of people about this big. But, you know, better's still better. Better's still better is a decent little inspirational, motivational quote, maybe? You know? Talk about the importance of incremental gains and fighting all you can to make life just one little bit more bearable for one little bit more person. Better's still better? Sounds like we could probably get that over if we wanted to do stuff, but it feels like an industry for which I am ill-suited. The whole, you know, motivational optimism kick is not really my thing. As listen, we got to understand how we it's good to know yourself and play to your strengths as both people and business people or something. And yeah, the motivated, determined optimism is just not my bag. Things that are my bag perhaps include watching this poor business die, because it does have 5 houses, and this road is not horribly long. But, and this is a rather important but, we're also crossing the train track, which slows everything down, and yeah, there's probably just not enough here for this to mount an actual proper comeback, is there? That's unfortunate. Is there any harm to... I don't really think there is. I'm going to add an eastern spur to this roundabout, and that exists solely to connect this house to this road so that it can serve this business. That should be fine. That's just a little extra support for this business. Theoretically, it might mean a little extra heat on the roundabout, but hey, you know, roundabouts never die or anything. That's fine. I could also... Actually... While I'm here doing... No, I can't really do that because I'd have to cut this corner and I'd have to do that. No, nonsense. Never mind. Okay. You, yellow, may as well staple yourself to the ass end of this road because you do ultimately get up to that business. That's fine. All right. Enough dithering. Let's actually solve a problem. How do we solve a problem like this guy? No clue. Not what I'm working on right now. Let's... I could... And again, we'll say, Yeah, I guess what I'm going to do is... Okay, so it helps that we just got this spawn. This is actually a very helpful spawn, because what we can do with that is we can put it up here. This is the same the same number of houses serving this business, so this business should be fine. But it does let me add a house to this road, which is serving these 2 train stations. Having done that, I then feel better about repositioning this to go up that way and stealing these 2, this which had been serving the train stations and this which had been doing nothing. We'll draw motorway number 4, and we'll just kind of staple these right over to here. That's 4 more cars going into this business, and they have a straight shot motorway, and they don't have to cross a train's track, and now it's actually 6 cars. I think this might actually be good and fine. And now it's actually 8 cars. Okay, we just got 8 more. Well, that explains why there was so much light blue spawning happening. Fuck. Okay. Well. Balls. You go that way. I'll steal one of you from here, and we'll have you and you. Yeah. We'll have the 2 of you zoop up that away, serve this business. This rounded itself at some point. I don't necessarily endorse that, but boop, 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 and boop. Oh, that's horrendous. Cool. All right. Well, that does double the number of... Ow, my eye. Definitely not supposed to get whatever crap I have in it. Okay. You come over here. Cool. Now, we've got 2 different white businesses, each of which are circles, each of which are only being served by like 2 houses. It's kind of a problem. Don't love it. Also, while we're here not loving things, we kind of don't love the general disposition of only having 2 of these going over here. That's not great. Finally, on the list of things we don't love, this white business has gone circular. So, what we're going to need to do is... Oh, that whole red bridge just wasn't being used for nothing. Okay. Good to know. What else I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab these 5 white houses here and staple them that way. That adds 5 more white houses and therefore 10 more white cars coming down here, getting over the bridge, serving these 2 businesses. I think these 2 businesses are now just totally fine. I don't even have a roundabout to try to sneak in here, and I definitely couldn't if I did, so never mind. Next, I'm getting antsy about this business, so while I see a fix for it, we're going to try to fix it. We're going to grab motorway number 1 and run it over this way, so that now there are 4 houses serving that. I'm sorry, did I say 4 houses? I meant 5 houses. Meh. 5 houses, and we add another yellow up here to serve that. That's cool and good. You yellow houses right here may as well toss yourselves in that way so as to get on the roundabout, so as to get up that way, so as to serve that business. It's probably fine. Train station's getting a little bit dicey. Don't actually care. Should be fine. The next time a train station kills me will probably not be the first. I think I've been screwed over by my train station hubris at other points in the past, but, you know, why start now? Give me this one. It's another bridge. Oh, boy. I'm going to steal this yellow house. This yellow house had been serving this yellow business, but it's actually now going to serve this yellow train station. Part of the reason I steal this yellow house is so that I can then steal this yellow house to serve this yellow business. So there you go. Hold on. Oh, problems. Oh, problems and bad. Oh, here's a thing that's existed forever that I just now realized is bad. So this road here, right? The road that is ostensibly just for these 5 yellow houses to serve this yellow circle, because it's connected up at the top of this double plaza, yellow cars, and you can see them doing it, are going through this plaza so that cars from this neighborhood go up here, down through the plaza, into the roundabout, and then out this way and up to this business. No, we don't want that. No, we shan't be allowing that. By doing that, you're putting more traffic into the roundabout than there should be. You're putting more traffic into the plaza than there should be. You're fucking over everything. So don't do it. Speaking of don't do it, this business over here is dying. Don't do that. Have your third blue house back. I'm sorry I stole it. Here, I'll give you another one. Just don't die. You dick. I'm sorry, did this business... Okay, well, we're 2,500 dudes in, so... Oh, this is doomed. Oh, hold on, why are you guys... Hold on. Okay, we're 2,509 commuters over 103 days. I just noticed a huge problem. Why are you here? What are houses of this color doing here? Oh, crap. I see. Okay. So I had just noticed and tried to start solving the problem of yellows from here getting through this plaza and going down that way. Turns out, like a dummy, I didn't fully consider the implications of this roundabout and this train station. See, I had been noticing like these two train stations, and I figure, okay, so we've got a light blue house here, and we've got this clump of light blue here. And together, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these light blue houses can support these two train stations, right? I failed to consider the western entrance of this double plaza, because the western entrance of this double plaza is also the ass end of the road serving this business, which has these 4 orange houses, but it also had these guys, right? You remember these guys? These guys go into the roundabout, they go up here, they go around and down, and they go into the western entrance of this plaza. That's basically fine. However, the roundabout existed to cross over this road serving this business, which means that these houses, the 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, which were intended to only serve this business, are now on a road that's connected to a roundabout that goes all the way down to this double plaza, and for that matter, this plaza up here. So when these two train stations got temporarily overloaded by an influx of train dudes, and these houses couldn't serve them, these houses sprang into action, which left this business high and dry. Yeah. So that's an actual, for all the game playing I do here, I don't actually properly sit down and analyze why I died every day, or indeed ever. This roundabout and this connection right here are why this business died. You'd think I might learn something about that, but, well, we'll see. 2,509 commuters over 103 days. It seems like a decent score. I'm reasonably proud of that. Let's check where we are. It's top 10% in the world. We feel better. It's better than Samurai Sam. We're on top of the world. Drop those GGs in the chat. Ignore the 67 other people who did it better than me. Yay. 2,509 is better than 2,400 and nice. Let us bring in our very good friend, the Wordle. Where did you go? There you are, Wordle. Hi. It's a Wordle. The Wordle today is Triumph, except Triumph is a 7-letter word, so we'll go with Thief. Thief has an H in it, and that's part of the word. The Wordle today is Shank. May well be. It's not, but it could have been. And hey, now we know that there's an S rather. So the Wordle today is Chasm. The Wordle today could be Chasm. Could well be Chasm. The Wordle today is Chasm. Hooray. Shout out to, oh God, who's the YouTuber who calls it a Chasm? God damn it. The person who does the VG Myths. Shout out to the person who does VG Myths whose name has totally escaped my brain. person from whom I stole the pronunciation, Chasm. Go watch VG Myths. It's a good YouTube show. It's an online internet video game TV show. Dang it. As I said that sentence, I had the person's name in my head, and then that name vanished. Flew off into the thinnest of airs. Search VG Myths on YouTube. You'll get good entertainment. All right. Away goes the don't tell me the answer text, because if you know the answer, by all means, tell me the answer. All right. Let us time guess. This, at a glance, looks like Mary Tyler Moore giving a withering glare to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then you glance again, and then it's like, oh, no. No, this is just a lady and her friend. What is going on with the hands in this? Is there must be an unseen third person, right? Hold on. Because, like, there must be an unseen third person seated, like, right here. I don't know how that's possible, given the shape of the car, but, like, what is Okay, so there's, like, a dude who's, like, lying down in the back seat here, but also holding stuff up, who has his arm on the side of the car and is holding up a card. That's very weird. Okay. So, I can't tell anything from the license plates there. Can't tell anything from this. This feels like a movie set. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Very confused. Oh, Lord. Well, if it's not a movie set, it feels like Italy. So, man, I got nothing other than gut feelings. Gut feelings based on why Italy? Okay, why does this feel like Italy to me? This feels like Italy to me because of this bricky cobblestoney road, this car, and these old guys. It feels like it could be California because it's bright and sunny, and it does just these people are very conventionally attractive and therefore could be movie stars. Yeah, this is the presence of the Volkswagen Beetle. I don't know. It's like these don't look specifically like Italian cars so much as they look like the kind of cars you would see in Godfather 2 flashback times, which I think means it's like 1930s Italy. I think the flashbacks in Godfather 2 were like in the 20s and 30s, right? Like the De Niro as Vito parts, they're like 1920s and 30s, right? Anyway. Yeah, I guess we just go with gut on this one. And by going with gut, I'm going to say that this is Venice? Ah, man. I feel so bad about this. This could not even be hemispherically accurate. But I'm going to say that we're in Rome in 1946. Oh. Okay. So you know how I said that these people are conventionally attractive, could be movie stars? This is a French actor. Good job, Goog. Also, it's fucking Rome. I got the year horrendously wrong. And listen, looking at this lady's hair, 1946 was a stupid fucking guess. This lady's hair should have told me at least this is the 60s. So, totally biffed it that way. But hey, good on me pulling Rome, I guess? Okay. So, this is pretty clearly somewhere in the United States. The presence of Schlitz beer makes me feel like it could be Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What else do we have here? We've got a Sanger thingy. You're going to Canal, which isn't horrendously helpful. You are a big obvious streetcar, so the most obvious guess there would be San Francisco. What else? We've got, okay, so we're defending America, buying U.S. defense bonds. This is World War II. This is like this might be Korea, and it's the 50s, but this is probably just 1945, 44, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, this feels very 1944. No left turn there. Man, for all of the signage here, we don't have anything that's actually jumping out at me as indicative, at least not yet. We got Cress, we got Henley's, we've got the Center Theater, there's Gordon's and Moore's, and that bus is going to Jackson, which is probably a street or something in the context of the bus, because the only Jackson I can think of is the capital of Mississippi, and forgive me for being stereotypical, this does not feel like Mississippi. We've got a hotel, we've got Regal Beer, 7-Up, and the Roosevelt Hotel, and man, this right here is the only thing pulling me away from San Francisco right now. But then again, this right here is the only thing pulling me to San Francisco. So can't see any license plates on the cars. Can I? No. Rubenstein's. Got the Rubenstein sisters. Old Charter. Oh, you have more bounce if you drink Pepsi Cola. That's nice. Yeah. I think Canal Street is a thing. Isn't Canal Street one of those super windy, like the famously super windy street in San Francisco? That's Canal Street, isn't it? I have that fact. I have what I think might be that factoid in the back of my head, thanks mostly to Mythbusters? I guess Mythbusters. All right. Yeah, screw it. We were in San Francisco, California in 1944. That seems conceivable. Like, okay, we know for certain that we are in the United States in the early 1940s. World War II is presently actively happening. So, screw it. We are in San Francisco, California. I don't know. What's downtown San Fran? F it. We are in San Francisco, California, 1944. We are in New Orleans, Louisiana, 1960. I missed the O. Oh. The Hotel New Orleans. Right there. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think I've already doom failed, so good job. All right, so we got a parade going on. Parade of folk with a white flag with a red stripe in the middle, and man, if I was a person who recognized flags, that would be helpful and good. I'm not, so. Let's pull it together from other things. Okay, so we've got this language here, which looks like Russian. So, languages that look like Russian could be Russian. I know that this isn't a Russian flag. The Russian flag has blue. I know that this isn't the Polish flag, because the Polish flag is like, it's red on a white field, but it's like red in a cross-type formation. This could be Croatia? Could this be Croatia? Is that a Croatian flag? Maybe. Let's pull a year from the phones. This doesn't look like a this generation phone. I think that's like 1 or 2 generations ago. Also, oh, hi. Obvious giveaway mask. Okay. All right. So this is Croatia 2021. This is... Yeah, this is Somebody's Mad About Something in 2021. Sure. All right, well, now comes the next step. I will now draw a circle, which I'm reasonably sure encompasses Croatia. Is like Eastern Europe near Russia type, right? It's around there, isn't it? Aren't you? Croatia? There's Lithuania and Poland and Belarus and Ukraine. Croatia exists, right? There it is. I don't know why I pulled Croatia of all of these, but fuck it. We are in Zagreb, Croatia in 2021. Yeah? Oh. We're in Belarus 2020. Okay. I realized I was 2,200 points away from right, but I was still basically right. Next. Okay. This is Peneus Firestone. Interesting. We got a Bombril building and Fogue's decks. Comprum Titulos Prolar Rua Xavier de Toledo and the Casa Sao Paulo. Oh God, yeah, Sam. It was that after the second one. Yeah. Homenagem 50 años. Okay, so this is celebrating, honoring the 50th anniversary of the immigration of Japanese people to Brazil. 1908 to 1958. So this is Brazil 1958. Right? You had a little parade to celebrate and recognize the fact that Japanese people started coming here 50 years ago. Okay. Cool. We're in Sao Paulo, Brazil in 1958. That seems entirely reasonable. Based on context and everything. There. We'll plop a pin right down there. Sao Paulo, Brazil, 1958. Cool. Good and fun and reasonably well done. Next. We got ice skating and windmills. Interesting. Presence of windmills makes me think Switzerland or perhaps Amsterdam. We don't have that much else to go on, really. We've got, obviously fashion of the times and all of that to try to figure out when the hell we are. This is an early one. This is a 19 Herc the thing all the way to the left, maybe. Maybe not all the way to the left. Can we get all the way to 19 Dickety? I don't think we can get to Dickety. Maybe split the difference, 1910. We are somewhere in Switzerland in 1910. Yeah, okay. Like, this architecture here feels vaguely Mountain European-y. Although, hold on, wait a second. Well, how much weight should I give to the fact that I see exactly 0 mountains here? Presumably there are places in Switzerland where one might see exactly 0 mountains. Right? I'm giving an awful lot of weight to this one little windmill to pull me into Switzerland instead of wherever the hell else we could be. Which, honestly, is basically anywhere in Europe, including Canada, which for purposes of this photograph is part of Europe. Fuck. Well, I don't immediately see anything pulling me away from Switzerland. So go with gut. I think that is not indicating that this is from 1933. This is just random, well, not random, but meaningless to me photographic organizational script. Yeah, this feels wrong, but F it. This is Switzerland. There we go. Nope, Munich's in Germany. We are in Zurich, Switzerland in 1910. Yeah? I don't feel good about any of the words I just said. We were in Amsterdam, I did say the Netherlands, in 1950. $29,499 is not one of my better performances in Time Guesser. It must be said. Oh, shit. I just realized it is I just noticed, rather. It is 7:51. Y'all, I have to be on a Zoom call at 8. So, let's move with alacrity into today's Immaculate Grid, in which we need Angels and Rangers and Red Sox and Padres and dudes what won 10 games pitching in a season and dudes what was All-Stars. Good morning, Clancy the Crow. This is going to be an Immaculate Grid, I think, maybe, hopefully. This one's going to be a bit of a pain, but we'll get there. Dude who won 10 games pitching in the season and was an All-Star is Pedro Martinez. Dude who won 10 games pitching in the season for the Angels is Bartolo Colon. Actually, wait, no. Let's save Bartolo Colon for that square right there, because he's also an Angel who played for the Red Sox. Dude who won 10 games pitching in the season for the Angels is Mark Langstrom. There you go. Or Langston. Mark Langstrom is a gentleman, I know. Hi, Mark. Dude who won 10 games pitching in the season for the Texas Rangers is Max Scherzer. He pitched for them for a couple of years and was presumably good for one of them. Turns out, nope. Well, now I don't have to worry about a Padre who was also an Angel. Lord knows we don't know any of them. Jacob deGrom is a dude who won 10 games pitching in the season for the Rangers. That's nice. Good for him. San Diego Padre who was an All-Star is Manny Machado. Boston Red Sox player who was an All-Star is Mo Vaughn. Not Greg Vaughn, Mo Vaughn. Dude who played for the Rangers and the Red Sox is Douglas Mirabelli. It's a true and accurate statement about Doug Mirabelli. And dude who played for the Padres and the Angels is Chili Davis, I think. Chili Davis was a Padre, right? Wrong! Okay! So that, friends, is a failure of an Immaculate Grid. Yu Darvish is a dude who played for the Rangers and Padres, and Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield played for everybody, apparently. He just went up and down the West Coast and also the Yankees. God. All right, folks, this is the plan. We will be back later this evening for Hades 2 here on Twitch. And for the folks on YouTube, we have another episode of Dragon Age: The Veil Guard. That will be available later today. I will be back on Twitch and YouTube tomorrow morning for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, thank you very much. This is the end screen. Y'all know the drill. Goodbye.